Hail and greetings all, it's Ragnarok. And I just wanted to take a moment to thank Charles over at Bushcraft Family for tapping me into this 10-item Dollar Tree Survival Challenge. Now, there was a list of items that you must purchase from the Dollar Tree. You're allowed a maximum of 10 items. It's no longer $10 because, as we all know, the Dollar Tree just isn't the same anymore. So, those items were... Alright. Now keep in mind, this is a 24-hour survival challenge. So these 10 items are needed to get me through 24 hours in the wilderness without supplies. Is this easily accomplished? Well, I would like to think for most people that it is, but the truth is that it probably isn't. So, with that said, let's check out what I got. One of the first items we had to get was water. So here we go. I have a 500 milliliter bottle of Icelandic glacial water, because in your Viking, you know. Next, we had to get food. So when I went to look at the food there, I'm sure you're well aware of the array of limited choices that are available. A lot of processed food, and things that weren't really going to be nutritious. They would get you through 24 hours, I am sure. But my mind was thinking energy, and it was thinking black beans. These beans here have the most protein source of anything I could find, and they have 10 grams of protein in this bag, or per serving, which this bag has 10 servings. More than enough for 24 hours. Now, I did grab another food item as well, because, like I said, if you're going to go Viking, I grabbed herring fillets, another high protein food. We have one can having 15 grams of protein. It's also got a lot of other good benefits inside, and as you can tell, it comes in a can, which would be another item I would be able to adapt to use to survive 24 hours. Now next we needed a light source. Whatever type you choose, I decided to go with a candle. Once again, once this is empty, I have another container, a nice little jar with a lid, and it can also provide warmth for the night in my shelter. There were plenty of other candles, bigger candles, wider candles, candles in containers, candles not in containers. Once again, 24 hours. I don't need a big candle. Next was a source of ignition, i.e. lighter or matches at the Dollar Tree. I went with matches. 300 matches in here, more than enough to start a fire on any given day. It does come in one big box. Because these are thicker and better quality than the small boxes, in my opinion. So that's why I went with the big box. Now, you also had to obtain cordage. I looked through the cordage available there, and I had to go with this. Yes, the diamond braided rope. It does have interior inside that can be removed to use for other things, but it's also the strongest rope they had. There's plenty of twines and threads, but not anything that I would want to count on to hold a shelter up. Then we also had to get a knife. I went with this 5-inch Santoka knife here. It looked to me that this knife had a full spine to it, so we'll check that out right now and see. Whoa, a little better packaging than Dollar Tree. Which, just as a side note, this packaging that all these items are in will also serve as an extra survival item. Well, perhaps not full tang, but that's okay. It's a chopper. Served me more than enough in 24 hours, make fire, food, or whatever I needed it for. Now, another item I grabbed. Duct tape. Can't go wrong with duct tape, no matter how you slice it or dice it. Anyone will tell you this is good stuff to have around. Shelter building, fire starting. There's just so many uses for duct tape. I don't have enough time to go over them all, but I'm sure you could tell me a few other ways that this would come in handy. Now, for a shelter, I looked around at the various supplies available in my Dollar Tree. I did find the trash bags, I found the tablecloths, I found the roll of painter's tape, but my Dollar Tree did not have tarps as I've seen some other Dollar Trees do. So what I went with was a shower curtain. This appeared to be the thickest thing available there to me. 70 inches wide by 72 inches long. Plenty enough for me to make a shelter for myself. It's black, which I also liked because A, I don't want someone looking through my shelter, and B, I'm probably not wanting to be seen, so this will be easily camouflaged in the wilderness or wherever I was. And then to top it all off, we needed to come up with a container of some sort, a container that we could boil water in when the reserves run out. So I looked around. They had various things. There were no dog bowls, not metal dog bowls anyway. And I really couldn't find any other containers that I liked. There was a 5-quart stainless steel mixing bowl. I thought that would have been nice, but it was just way too big and too bulky. So what I did find was, that's right, a pan. Now there's a reason why I chose the pan over the bowl. A was size comparison, but this pan also comes with a lid. So I can easily boil water, cook my beans, throw a little fish in with it, be happy with this meal, and purify a lot more water. But what I also liked about this was that I can use it as a carrying kit for all of my items. So let me put that together and show you what I thought about. So, here we go. With a little ingenuity, I have my kit all in this pan. It can either be wrapped around my chest, carried over a shoulder, or I can make a small loop, attach it to the belt. But everything is in here, except my water, which I also have another loop to go over the other shoulder. Probably I would actually just put this in my pocket, but it's in reach. And then for my knife, made a quick little sheath with a belt loop, so it can either be hung as a neck knife or on my belt, but protecting me from being cut during my survival situation. Let me bring you in closer and show you how I tuck this in here. Alright, so by simply popping the string over, I can pull the lid off. We have our beans, fish, our matches, duct tape and candle, and our shelter. Now, do I feel confident that I could survive a 24-hour survival challenge on this kit? Most definitely. But, as I like to say, time and time again, it's about skills in the dirt. It's about having the knowledge and practicing what you know. Gear, it doesn't make a difference. if you don't have the skill set to use it. There are things that you can do with skills that doesn't matter if you have the gear or not. In truth, if I wanted to survive a challenge, I'd buy 10 bags of these. That's what I'd need to sustain myself at a good pace. Keep practicing. Keep getting out there. Keep testing your skills and learning new skills. It's the greatest reward that you can have. Now, don't forget, with all of this survival kit, this is an important part as well. This is extra survival items that just came along with these items. Learning how to use and reuse these items is essential because everything is a resource. And every resource you have is something that will guide you to thriving and not just surviving. So once again, I'd like to thank Charles over at Bushcraft Family for tagging me into this challenge. And if there's any comments you'd like to leave, please leave them below. Until next we meet, be well.